Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this is going to be my Flash Arrow preview for Comic-Con. They're basically doing the big DC super panel, so they'll have Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl stuff there too. I've already done that Legends of Tomorrow video. Arrow and the Flash are a little bit different, and just they have a lot more to show off. There's a bunch of stuff that we've learned about the Flash in the last couple of weeks, and there's just like so much more material for Arrow and the Flash than there is for the new shows, just because they haven't aired yet. There's no episodes. Supergirl pilot notwithstanding, of course. But just to start with the Flash, there's a couple characters that I've already done videos for, a couple new characters that we've learned about, and obviously we know about Hawkgirl and the Legends of Tomorrow characters, but they've said that they're also bringing on a whole bunch of new people. So don't expect them to recycle too many villains from last season. I mean, we'll see the Rogues, like you can't have a season of the Flash without the Rogues. But just off the top, there's the mystery big bad that we're supposedly going to learn about in the first episode. I don't think they're going to reveal that at Comic-Con. I think they'll save the surprise for that first episode. But we do know about Caitlin Snow, Killer Frost. That's going to be happening at some point. We know about Dr. Alchemy, and we know about Mirror Master. I think Dr. Alchemy is the only one that I haven't done a separate video for. He's an interesting character. He's a little bit different from the rest of the Rogues. He hates the shit out of the Reverse Flash. And yes, Tom Cavanaugh is coming back as a series regular. But, obviously, because of what happened in the finale, it's not going to be as the exact same character. Just one of the advantages of having an amazing actor and not being bound by time and space in terms of storytelling. Seriously, it's like Barry traveled into the untempered schism from Doctor Who. I feel like now that Rory is on Legends of Tomorrow, there's just going to be so much Doctor Who overlapping that you guys just keep your eyes peeled for Easter eggs. It helps a lot that the showrunner Andrew Kreisberg is like the biggest Doctor Who fan ever. I have had the opportunity to shake his hand, but I've never had the opportunity to ask him which Doctor is his favorite. Speaking of which, I owe a debt of gratitude to the people at Warner Brothers. Because I have a scheduling conflict Saturday night, it was looking like I wasn't going to make it to that Warner Brothers panel, like the big super panel. I was freaking out a little bit. Warner Brothers gave me an invite to like a special room where I can see it there. So no worries, I'll at least be able to see it. Hopefully I'll be able to record it too. I'll still be live tweeting no matter what, and if they drop any footage, I'll do videos for that too. So hopefully there'll be the panel and then any trailers that they drop. Originally, it was a bit of a bummer, because Comic-Con is so early this year, they weren't going to have any footage because they weren't supposed to start shooting till next week. But the producer said that yesterday was the first day of production, so they might have like a little bit of something. I don't think all the actors are on set, so it might just be something special. But hopefully you guys watched both the Arrow and Flash last year, so you got a sense for what the crossovers were like. Imagine that times 10. There's going to be so much more crossover this year. Grant Gustin said that their big bad, the big villain of the season, is going to cross over with Legends of Tomorrow. So I think the same thing is going to happen with Arrow. We know the Arrow villain is Damien Darhk. That's already been confirmed by the producers. So what they might do is reveal the actor that's playing him. Because if everyone already knows who the character is, then you might as well reveal who is going to play him, because they probably already cast that person. Usually this time of the year is when they announce which actors they've cast in what roles, unless it's like a secret role. Because there has not been a leak on The Flash in terms of like who the big bad is going to be, I think they're just going to hold that back so that it's a bigger surprise. And even though they might not have like a ton of big footage, what they can do is reveal what some of the costumes are going to look like, what some of the sets are going to look like. They can still show off a ton of stuff. The real long shot, like the big hope, is that they'll show off what Hawkgirl's costume is going to look like. They've scanned her whole body, so part of it is going to be CG. I'm guessing part of the helmet and part of the wings. If you remember Michael Shanks from Stargate, he played Hawkman on Smallville. His helmet just looked like a little bit weird, so don't expect it to look that crazy. It'll probably be a little more toned down, a little more practical. What I really want to see is her flying around swinging that mace. Hawkgirl is primarily a Legends of Tomorrow character, but because Arrow and the Flash have like a full half season before Legends of Tomorrow starts, they're just going to use those to create some context. Meaning that we'll probably see Hawkgirl on Arrow and the Flash in the first half of the season. I actually just found out that Legends of Tomorrow doesn't start shooting for a little while. Arrow and the Flash, though, they'll be full steam ahead starting next week. They're in production this week, like I said, but I think next week is when all the actors are on set. The big news about Arrow, I know everyone's wondering what's going on with Oliver because he's off in Coast City. Everyone wants to see Green Lantern. On top of that, he said he's done with the Arrow name. It's completely trashed. He's never going to use it again. But he did say that he is still a vigilante. He was actually responding to someone else's question, but he self-identifies as a vigilante. So that should tell you what he's going to be doing, even if he's not wearing the Arrow costume or using the Arrow name. I think what we'll see for most of the first half of the season is just Oliver kicking butt in his street clothes. Team Arrow kind of scattered at the end of last season. Don't be surprised, though, if they all come back together before the mid-season finale. Usually what it takes for something like that to happen, to bring everyone back together, is the big bad. That's like a very mid-season finale WTF moment. But there will still be the episode 8 Flarrow episode, like where Arrow and the Flash, where like the entire main cast go on each other's shows. So they'll at least be together for that episode. We don't know as much about the new characters coming to Arrow as we do about the new characters coming to the Flash. So just to expect them to tease a couple comic book characters on Arrow. But here's my big question for you guys. What do you want to see them do at this panel? Do you want them to show off some footage that they've already shot? You know, hopefully that'll happen. Or do you really want to find out who is playing Damien Darhk? I'm still of the belief, there's this wide rumor going around that he might end up being Felicity's secret father. If you remember, he joined the League of Assassins with Ra's al Ghul before Ra's al Ghul became the next Ra's al Ghul, like way back. When they joined, they had to leave their past life behind. So that would explain why Felicity's father was never around. Let me know if you want it to go down that way. It'd just be a really interesting way to pull Felicity into the action in a way that she wasn't part of it during season 3. I feel like she got sidelined a lot. Even Emily Bett Rickards, like the actress, said that she didn't want to cry anymore. Like she spent most of last season crying. She's like, I do not want Felicity to cry anymore. But Marc Guggenheim did say that they would address the fact that Felicity is now the CEO of Palmer Tech. Like she signed that document. They said they'd follow up on that. So technically, Felicity is now Oliver's boss. So I'm sure they'll have some fun with that. Thea going to be kicking a ton of butt. I know a lot of you are asking about her costume. They'll probably show it off again at the Comic-Con panel, but I think they're just going to stick with that red one. Like they spent a ton of money making it. In terms of weapons, I'm hoping to see her use a sword every once in a while, but she's probably going to try and be non-lethal. So she's probably going to end up using a bow most of the time. Diggle is the big question though. Like, will he start wearing a mask and using a secret identity? Oliver suggested to him at the end of the season that he start using a protective face covering to hide his identity. I know everyone wants them to get a Green Lantern ring, but I do not think that they're ready for that in the Arrowverse. That would be like a great Flarrow episode where everybody gets a Green Lantern ring. The last time they did that in the comics was the War of Light, where like Superman, like every single DC hero got a Lantern ring based on their alignment. So just a reminder, all the Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, all that stuff is happening Saturday night. So you should expect my videos for that to post Sunday morning because it's going to be like really late when we get out of that. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. And if you want to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, I will be live tweeting the panel. You can find links for that in the description below. It's going to be a really fun weekend. It's going to be crazy. There'll be a ton of videos. So just be sure to check back every once in a while. I've started making a special Comic-Con playlist. You can click here for all the videos in that. I only have a couple in there right now. I've only posted a couple so far. But you can also click here to learn all about the history of Killer Frost in the comics. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tomorrow.